Hello, in this video I'll be showing you the best way and fastest way to edit your studio images in Photoshop. And if at all you want to download the image follow along, check the links in the description of this video. So just come to the image that you want to edit and simply right click, come to open with and simply choose Photoshop 2025. That's the version I'm going to be using for this kind of tutorial. So as soon as you open up a raw image, it's going to open up the camera raw filter in Photoshop, and the very first thing we want to do is correcting the lighting and contrast issues regarding the image. So just come to the highlights, and I'll just drop the highlights down and drop the whites down to get back information in the pink outfit. Open up the shadows, add up contrast to the image. Now slightly open up my exposure to around 2 and take the blacks down. Just that, come and hit open to open the photo in Photoshop for us to do the next adjustment. So in Photoshop, you're just going first of all crop the image in a ratio of 4508 by 10. So just come, get the crop tool and change to 4508 by 10 and drag the corners just like that. And after cropping, make sure I'll just leave this to the background default and hit enter or return to crop the image. And after cropping, I'll just come and get my spot healing brush tool and simply left click and paint over these distractions. So I'm just going to paint on the distractions just like that to try to remove the distractions from the image. So I'll be doing the same for this other side. So you simply dab over the distractions, and if at all you have generative fill, you can as well opt for that to try and remove these distractions from your studio photos or portraits. So I'm just going to paint just like that. Don't mean if at all the results are not that fine, because later on we can smoothen or perfect the background in this case. So right now we are done cleaning up majority of the backdrop. So we're just going to come and duplicate this background there by pressing Ctrl J twice, and you're going to name this to low, or you can name it the color layer, and this is going to be the high frequency layer. You can name it the texture layer. So just come and select the low frequency layer and turn off the high frequency layer, and simply come to filter, blur, and come to Gaussian blur. Take the radius all the way down, click on an area on the face or on the skin that has more textures, and start taking up the radius slider and stop at the point whereby the details in that selected area are just starting to disappear. So depending on the image that you're working on, you have to move the radius up to a point whereby the details or the textures on the skin are just starting to disappear, and click OK. Select the high frequency layer, now activate it, then come to image, come to apply image, and after doing that, just come and make sure, remember the source is the name of the image, come and select the low frequency layer under the layers. The channel has to be RGB, the blending has to be add because we're using a 16-bit image, the scale is 2 and offset 0, opacity 100%, preserve transparency and mask cannot check, and turn on the invert option and click OK. Change the blend mode from normal to linear light and select both layers by pressing Ctrl or Command, then Command G or Ctrl G to group them. Open up the group right here and select the low frequency layer, turn off the high frequency layer. You're just going to come to the brushes, right click and get the mixer brush tool, and simply make sure the hand is set to 0. Clean brush is selected and the second option is checked in this case. With the weight of 9%, load 75, mix 90, flat 100%. Make sure sample all layers is not checked in this case. So just want to smoothen the skin. So reduce on the size of the brush tool by using the bracket keys on the keyboard or the box bracket keys on the keyboard, and start painting colors on the skin. So you're basically trying to paint colors on the skin tone that are looking alike, so that you can create that kind of uniformity. And I'm not zooming all the way in, because when you zoom all the way in, you can't see the uneven skin tone transition. So this step is basically for smoothening the skin of our model or our subject. So just zoom in slightly by using Ctrl plus on the keyboard, reduce on the size of the brush, and just blend the tones. So we mix colors that are alike, and where they're transitioning from one color to another, reduce on the size and just blend that transition to create that even or smooth transition of the skin color or skin tones, and in that way the skin is going to be smoothened. So this technique is what we call frequency separation technique of skin retouching or skin smoothing, and it is very important because it helps us retain the original skin textures or skin details in our photos or in our images. So you can see what we have right now. So just come the lower part of the body, and with a small brush just come and blend just like that. So blend every area that has skin and don't leave out any single area. So keep on playing around with different sizes of the brush tool. I hope this is okay. So just come and turn on the texture layer, and you can see what I've been able to achieve with the skin retouching process. So this is the before after. Select the texture layer and come and get the clone stamp tool. Make sure hardness set to 0, mode is normal, opacity at 100%, flow at 100%, and align is checked, and sample is set to current layer. Zoom into the image by using Ctrl+ on the keyboard, or you can use Command+ on the keyboard. Just zoom all the way in, and after doing that, remember we are selected on the high frequency layer. So to remove a pimple, hold down the Option key on the keyboard and left click on a clean area near the blemish, and simply release the left click button and simply left click once again. So Option to copy, so Option and left click on a clean area near the pimple or the blemish, and simply release the Option key on the keyboard, or you can hold down the alternate key on keyboard for mark and simply left click once again over the pimple or blemish to remove that blemish from that area. So I'm just going to remove all these imperfections from our subject's face, and in this way it is going to remove the pimples or blemishes. Remember, the skin has been smoothened, but we still have pimples or blemishes as part of our subject's face in this case. So I'm just going to paint quickly and remove all these pimples, acne, blemishes, and whatsoever. So I'm just going to do this and come to the lower part of the body and try to remove all these imperfections, but take your time as you're doing this. So I'm trying to rush through the process because I don't want the tutorial to be a long one. So I'm just going to scroll down to her legs and also try to eliminate all these skin imperfections like the scars, blemishes. Everything has to be dealt with. So I'm just going to try to smoothen this area. So after doing or removing the blemishes, we just want to color grade or create even skin color for our subject. So just come and create a stamp visible layer by pressing Shift Option Command E on the keyboard. For Windows, it is Shift Alternate Ctrl E on the keyboard, and after doing that, just come to select, come to subject, so that Photoshop can automatically select the subject for us. And when the subject is selected, what we have to do next is simply coming and creating an empty layer right here. So just create an empty layer, change its blend mode from normal and change it to color. Come to the brushes right here, right click and get the normal brush tool, and make sure the hardness set to 0 and soft round brush is selected. The mode is set to normal, opacity in the flat 100%. So with that done, we just want to sample a color on the skin that we want the rest of the skin to look like. So I'm just going to sample this color right here. Looks okay. Hold down the Option key on the keyboard, or can hold down the alternate key on the keyboard and left click to sample that color. So what is left is simply increasing on the size of the brush by using the bracket keys on the keyboard. So the open and close bracket keys on the keyboard are going to help you increase or decrease on the size of your brush tool, so that you can easily paint on a smaller area if at all you wish to paint on a relatively smaller area on the skin. So I'm just going to come and paint on the hand just there. So you can even use a very small brush to paint on a small area. So you can even zoom in by using Ctrl+ on the keyboard, or you can use Command+ on the keyboard to zoom in. So just come and paint just like that while avoiding her dress or her outfit in this case. Don't mind if at all the color is looking oversaturated, because you can always come back and correct that color inconsistency or the areas we may have accidentally painted regarding our color grading process. So reduce on the size and just come and paint while still avoiding her outfit in this case. So take your time as you're doing this, because you don't want to mess up or leave out some areas unpainted. So just paint on every other that has skin. So remember, we hadn't painted in the face, so we shall just come and simply paint over the face area. And you can see by doing this, we are creating a uniform or even skin tone color for our subject that we are working on in this very tutorial. So after painting on the skin, the next thing is going to be perfecting the areas that we may not have painted with the color grading or with the color. So get the eraser tool once again, and simply, so with the eraser tool selected, make sure the mode is set to brush right here. So eraser tool rather. So you're just going to undo once again, get the eraser tool and make sure the mode is set to brush, opacity in the flat 100%. Just come and start erasing the effect from, so press Ctrl D on the keyboard, or you can use Command D on the keyboard, and you can just paint away the effect from the areas you don't want the color grading to affect in this case. So erase it from her eyes just like that, from the lips, or even the makeup if at all you had accidentally painted over the makeup of your model or your subject. So I'm just going to erase it from her outfit or from her dress in this case. So erase it from right there. Control minus to see or look at the image. So press the brush once again, or select the brush once again, and paint over the areas that you may have accidentally left out as you're trying to color grade, like on the shoulder area right here. So after we have painted the color grading over this very image, Control minus to zoom out, look at it at a distance. You can always come the opacity and reduce on the opacity to your liking. So I'll go with around 68 is okay. So this is the before after. Look at what we have been able to achieve. So just come to the adjustments and come to selective color, come and target the blacks and simply intensify the blacks once again for her hair, and can take the cyan up just like that. So this is the before after. So right now we just want to work on the background. So create another stamp visible layer by pressing Shift Option Command E on the keyboard. Then for Windows is Shift Alternate Control E on the keyboard, and come to select subject and come and get any quick selection tool right here. So for this time I'm just going to get the lasso tool, right click on the image and come to select inverse, so that we can now select the background. So when the background is selected, we just want to smoothen the background. So just come and get the mixer brush tool once again under the brushes. Using our original settings, make sure you come back and select clean brush. And after doing that, we're just going to come and start painting over the background to smoothen the background. So I'm just going to paint quickly, just like that. You can see that in this case, we are just trying to smoothen the background. So remember to always zoom in if at all you want paint over a tight or small area in your photo or in your image. So I'm just going to zoom in slightly by using Ctrl plus, reduce on the size of the brush by using the bracket keys on the keyboard, and just come and paint in the tight or small areas to have a better result. So I'm just going to come right here on the outfit and just paint just like that. Paint just like that. Ctrl D, or you can use Command D on the keyboard to deselect the active selection. Command minus to zoom out. So you can see some areas haven't been painted better. So you're just going to use a very big brush to paint or even out those areas to look even better than the were before. So I'm just going to paint quickly. So after doing this, the next thing is going to be saving the image. So in order to save the image, simply come to File, Export, and come to Export As. It's going to open up the Export As dialog box right here. Make sure the format is set to JPEG and quality is set to the maximum, which is 7 for my case. And make sure the resample is set to bicubic, sharper, and simply come to the color space, select Convert to sRGB and also embed color profile. Simply hit Export and save the image in whatever location that you want and press save. So this is how you can easily edit your studio images from the start to the very end. And if at all you have enjoyed this, simply like this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If at all you have been watching and you are not yet subscribed to this channel, Ronix from Ronix Photography. Thank you for watching. I'll see you yet more videos on this channel. Don't forget to keep practicing and also keep creating.